Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for your time checking my video. This is my review of the McFarlane Alfred Pennyworth from their new line, which is Batman the Animated Series. I think this is part of the DC Direct line, which is now under McFarlane. Now, I wasn't really able to collect any of these animated figures when they were initially released by DC Direct. Uh, but I do have an idea that somehow this Alfred figure is just a reissue, and that it's kind of rare because you cannot buy this figure in a single release. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is part of a certain playset. I'm not sure if what playset is that, but I think it looks more like the Batcave. Anyway, it is good that McFarlane is reissuing this Batman the Animated Series. Um, this line is actually something I don't really want to get into anymore, because definitely this is another rabbit hole that I'm gonna get into if I start buying them again. But when I saw this Alfred and the packaging, um, especially this one, it kind of bring back a nostalgia in me, because the Batman animated series is actually the one that really introduced me to Batman. It's how I fell in love with the character, and that's why I'm a huge Batman fan. It's from that animated series. Now, if you are new to my channel, please leave a like and subscribe if you like my videos. This will really help me a lot in making more of these videos. Now please enjoy. Now, first of all, let's check the packaging, which, as I admitted, is one of the main reasons why I bought this figure. Maybe I'm not gonna really focus too much on this line, but I'm just gonna buy a select few that I might like this one. I don't actually have any plan of buying the first wave. I think that Condiment Man wave, because to be honest, I don't really like the shading style that they did on those figure. For me, I think they should just reissue them as they are, because I really want those figures, but when I saw those shading style that they did to the figure, it kind of threw me off. That's why I'm not buying the Condiment Man wave. And another thing is that I find them a little too pricey, to be honest, for the figure that you're getting. I'm surprised that they are priced higher actually compared to the regular DC multiverse that they released. So I don't know, because I know that I admit that this I bought just because of the nostalgia, but as I know that these figures, as far as articulation, there's isn't really that much. So, as I said, I just bought this figure out of that nostalgia feeling that I have when I saw this, especially the specific logo, the Batman animated series. So let's go back to the packaging. So at the front there, the Batman the animated series, Alfred Pennyworth, and then you will see the figure on an open window. So he has a card, and then I don't know, I think this is something that you use for dust. So he has a lot of accessories. So on the side of the figure, that's a good art of Alfred, and at the back, it's the same art. I like that they use this in the packaging instead of, you know, a photo of the toy or something. This packaging really gave me a huge nostalgia feeling, nostalgic feeling. That's why I bought it. Anyway, enough the packaging, and let's open up this figure. So from out of the box, yeah, and then there's this card. Um, I'm planning of returning this back to the box because, as I said, I might keep this back, display this back to the box because the box is what gave me the nostalgic factor. So I'm not gonna get the card, but anyway, if you want to see it, that's how it looks like. So it comes with two closed fists, and then it comes with a pair of open hands. Then attached with the figure is like I want to say weapon holding hand, but since Alfred is not really uh, it's not really a crime fighter, but more like the butler. So it's more like butler stuff holding hands or something like that. So overall, he has six pair of alternate hands. He then comes with this, I don't know, I think this is something I thought it was a flower to be honest at first, but I think this is something that you use to dust off for dusting. Then he came with this, of course, since he's a butler, this serving tray. Then he comes with this in case he wants to serve Master Brew some tea or something. Then it comes with this, I don't know, I think this is where people usually put sugar or something. Yeah, this more butler stuff. Then it comes with a small saucer. And then another one of this. Well, I'm not really sure what these are for, but yeah, maybe there's something they use to make some tea. And then there's this. I thought this is a cup. Is this a cover? First, I thought this is something to cover this, but I guess this is just another, maybe something for super for soup. I don't know, maybe. So overall, that is everything that Alfred comes with. Two sets of extra hands, a cleaning, a duster, and then butler stuff. Now, one thing I noticed is that if this is the butler stuff holding hands of Alfred, he actually cannot hold this. Well, maybe he can hold it like that, but I think you get my what I mean is basically loose. Because as I said, this is a closed fist, and then the other one is like the open hands. So this is the only hand that you can use for him to hold this. So yeah, actually you can hold it, but only friction is that. Oh, it's only being held by friction. So I don't know. For those who have the original version of this, the one that came with the Batcave, does he really not have any hands that hold this? Is this a miss from McFarlane? Did they miss to include the hand to hold this? Yeah. Anyway, let's not focus on that too much. As for the aesthetic of the figure, I love it. I mean, this is as animated Alfred as it gets. I mean, look at that. No, what's that? There's some. Hmm. I'm kind of being. Yeah, my OCD is being triggered by that. I mean, just look at that. It's like there's this space there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Gives me more reason, not to buy this line anymore. I mean, there, it's not fitted very well. There are certain gaps that shows. Hmm, that's kind of unfortunate. See, I don't like those gaps, especially this one. I mean, look at that. That's a huge gap. I'm not sure if this is only for my copy or is it for all the releases. Anyway, since this is my copy, that is really ugly. Now, when saw it from the packaging, I was wondering, did they misprint the eyebrow? Because one eyebrow is a little too high, but I think that is intentional. And to be honest, I like it. It gives the figure character, and I like those eyes too. He wants to contradict something that Bruce said, like, no, Mr. Bruce, no, Master Bruce. I mean, not Mr. Master Bruce. No, Master Bruce. So I like that. It gives the figure character. So for the head sculpt, on how he looks, I love that expression wise. But yeah, this is really a deal breaker for me. I mean, what is that, right? As for it's basically just a butler in a suit. So it's basically on a pure black suit. And to be honest, it is well made. And since I'm more used to reviewing McFarlane's DC Multiverse and collect McFarlane's Collector's Edition, I'm not really used to this, plain surface, because McFarlane usually produces figures that has texture on the surface. But I understand that since this is the animated line, they will be just plain without texture. There's for the leg. I love the way that it is so small like that. Yeah, I love that. It really gives the animated look. I love it. Yeah, I like this figure. The only thing that really turned me off is that. Man, what is that? As for the articulation, well, I know that articulation is not really the selling factor of this figure, but more on the nostalgia on the animated characters. So for the head, it's basically articulation is on the neck there, so you can do that. Can you look up? Yeah, you can actually look up. Can you look down? It cannot look down actually, which is surprisingly. I thought you won't be able to look up and look down. No, you cannot look down. You can look to the side. Now for the hand, this rotates. Oh, okay. They do the tifos, so you can do that. Then I think a 90 degree. Yeah, a 90-degree articulation in the hand. Then this rotates, and yeah. Mine has actually another QC issue here. There's this like, I don't know if it's showing the camera. There's this plastic mismold. It's not molded properly, so I cannot even, do the 90-degree on this other hand because of that mold that is, on the way when I try to put the hand in the 90-degree position. There, I think it's showing. So that's another QC issue in my figure. I can cut that off, but as I told you guys, after reviewing this, I'm just gonna put it back in the box and display him in the box because the main reason why I bought him is the nostalgia factor that this packaging gave me. Now, as for the leg articulation, you can do that. You can kick forward like that. You can kick back like that. Then less than 90 degrees on the leg. Then this goes side to side, and I think that's all they do. There's no anchor rocker or anything. It's just that. But as I said, the reason why I don't plan on collecting this figure is because articulation-wise, they're not really the best. If you are the kind of action figure collector who really like, wherein one of the main contributing factor in collecting a line is the articulation, then this line is not for you. Pretty limited articulation. This is more of an impulse buy to me because it really gave me the nostalgic feeling when I saw Alfred in the box. And yeah, the marketing people deserves a raise for McFarlane because this is really a good packaging. It gave me the nostalgic factor. So overall, this is a good anime representation of Alfred in the animated series. Yeah, it's just too bad that my copy has two QC issue, one in the head and one here in the joint in the hands. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe that's just for my copy. I just did that. Sometimes when you buy figure, it includes luck, and I guess this time I got unlucky because I got a copy with a QC issue. But I don't think that's for all the copies. I think this maybe it's just for this copy that I got. Anyway, if you're the I think the main target of this line is basically people like me who like the Batman animated series. Unfortunately, in my case, my wallet won't allow me to dig deep into this line, and I prepared the DC Multiverse and the McFarlane Collector's Edition that they releases. So maybe I'm just gonna cherry pick on their releases on this one, on what I want to buy, and maybe these are gonna be the figure that I'm gonna display inside the box. So after I review this, I'm just gonna put it back in the box. Another thing is maybe I think the target. Another is the target market of this figure is for those who used to collect the DC Direct figures and was not able to buy that Batcave playset, which I know is very expensive now. And I know that at that time you can only get an Alfred when you buy that set. So now at least McFarlane made a single release of it. So yeah, for those who already have and who used to collect the Batman animated series, this is a chance for you to get your Alfred on a cheaper price. Anyway, that's my review for this figure. Thank you for watching.